All right, let's get into it. Today, we're exploring one of the most haunting and honestly psychologically baffling stories of the 20th century. I'm talking about June and Jennifer Gibbons, who the world came to know as the Silent Twins. Their entire story, their whole lives, really boiled down to this one chilling question. It's a question that makes you rethink everything you think you know about identity and just how deep the connection between two people can run. So, how did we get here?
And this is where the mystery really kicks into high gear. These are the actual words June Gibbons spoke just hours after her twin sister, Jennifer, died. Suddenly, inexplicably. What on earth could lead to a statement like that? To figure it out, we've got to go all the way back to the beginning.
So, let's take a look at the world these twins grew up in. Because their story doesn't start with a deadly pact. It starts with a crushing isolation that forged a bond so powerful, it would end up becoming absolutely tragic. June and Jennifer were born in 1963. Their parents had moved from Barbados to Wales, and in their community, they were the only black children. You can probably guess what that meant. They were singled out, and they faced just relentless, awful bullying. This hostility became the defining experience of their childhood. So what did they do? They retreated. They built this fortress of silence around themselves and became what's called elective mutes. Put simply, they just stopped talking to anyone except each other. It was their ultimate defense against a world that felt incredibly hostile. And their connection went way beyond just silence. It was physical and kind of eerie. People who saw them said they moved in perfect, spooky synchronicity. It's a rare thing called idiosyncratic mirroring. They'd walk in lockstep, make the same gesture at the exact same time. It was almost like watching one mind controlling two different bodies. Now, this is what I find so fascinating. You have this stark contrast. To the outside world, they were these silent, synchronized ghosts. But in the privacy of their own bedroom, a totally different world came alive. One filled with a secret language, incredible creativity, and really intense, sometimes volatile emotion.
Yeah, this private world even had its own language. They spoke the super fast version of Beijing Creole, sped up so much that to anyone else, it just sounded like chirping. It was another wall in their fortress, a secret code that locked everyone else out.
So as they hit their teenage years, all that intense energy that was bottled up inside their private world, it started to spill out, and it did so in some pretty dark and dangerous ways.
Before things turned to crime, though, they turned to creativity. The twins became these incredibly prolific writers, just pouring all their feelings into novels. And if you look at the stories, like the Pepsi-Cola addict, they're full of crime, obsession, and characters who are totally alienated. I mean, it's pretty clear they were writing what they knew.
But just writing about it wasn't enough. By 1981, their frustration just boiled over. They went on a crime spree, theft, arson, and they got caught. The court didn't see them as criminals, but as psychologically unbalanced. So instead of prison, they were sent to Broadmoor, a notorious high-security hospital for the criminally insane.
And it was inside the walls of Broadmoor that their story takes its absolute darkest turn. Their inseparable bond, the thing that had protected them for so long, started to feel like a cage. And that feeling led them to make an unthinkable agreement.
11 years. Just let that sink in for a second. For over a decade, they were locked up in one of Britain's most secure institutions. It was there, in that pressure cooker, that their codependency finally hit a breaking point.
They came to believe that they couldn't both exist freely in the world. Their bond was so total, so all-consuming, that they saw it as a zero-sum game. For one to be free, the other had to die. They literally made a pact that one of them had to make the ultimate sacrifice. Which brings us right back to that day in 1993. The day their pact, against all odds, seemed to come true in the most shocking way you can possibly imagine. After 11 long years, they were finally being moved to a lower security clinic. It was a step towards freedom. But on the bus ride over, Jennifer just collapsed. By the time the bus arrived at the new clinic, she was dead. She was only 29.
The autopsy just made things weirder. The official cause of death was acute myocarditis, basically a sudden inflammation of the heart. But here's the kicker. The doctors couldn't find any reason for it. No drugs, no poison, no sign of foul play, nothing. Her death was and still is a complete medical puzzle.
And this might be the most chilling part of the whole story. Almost the second Jennifer died, it was like a spell was broken. June started talking to everyone,
Normally, she went on to live a quiet, independent life, totally free from that silent, synchronized world she'd shared with her sister. It's as if the pact had been fulfilled.
So what are we left with? Did Jennifer somehow will herself to die just so her sister could be free? Was it just a 1 in a million medical coincidence? Or is the truth somewhere else entirely, and a place of psychological connection that we just can't even begin to understand? The story of the silent twins doesn't give us any easy answers, just a deep, unsettling mystery about the ultimate price of freedom.